downtown used to be commonly known as Manhattan below 14th Street, or maybe 23rd. And it usually referred to an unconventional bohemian culture or subculture. Now I think of it more as a marketing or fashion term to mean hip or trendy. Describe a favorite outfit you have worn. And it just came into mind because it was just Halloween. So I put my recent Halloween costume, which is a mini burqa. But it's really a hijab, someone told me. But it's easier to refer to it like that. Describe my most regretted look, and I have lots. Because when I started doing drag, I do drag, there was lots of experimentation with wigs and makeup and outfits, and much of it was a flop. I mean, I won't deny. But you know, that was part of the process. And then what does Nelson capture? I put Nelson captures the fabulous fringe, the freaky after dark set that populated a network of particular bars and clubs. He captures the excitement of a decadent and creative scene. And then number 5, the year is 1989. The place is New York City. What would you be doing? I was living on East 13th Street back then, hitting the nightlife constantly and creating my gay underground magazine, My Comrade, which is what I was really doing. So it's not conjecture. Well, Nelson, I mean, if he wasn't a professional, he was certainly, you know, very adept at what he was doing. I was just for fun. Mine was simply for fun photographs. You know, I happened to be at right place, right time when I was taking photos. But I think one difference is, too, that's pretty major, is that video was still sort of in a, you know, cruder stage. So a lot of those videos, I mean, you look back at them, and they're not that precise or that clear, and that's some of the beauty of them. But you could still take pictures back then that were, when it was film, of course, that was dominant. And those look great still, you know? So in a way, still images hold up a lot better than video. And I think a lot of Nelson's stuff still looks really great, and it almost kind of gives it a kind of an atmospheric feel that it's not, you know, sharp. But that, I think, is a major difference. But Nelson was really, really, you know, clever, especially had that style of holding up his, you know, the camera with one arm that was really unique. My pictures were really random, and I have lots that weren't very good. I mean, that's probably like any photographer. But I think Nelson was, you know, specifically trying to document a scene too. Mine was taking pictures because I wanted to, you know, give a copy away later to a friend, or just because I had it. Although maybe it was in the back of my mind. I mean, I was a journalist for a lot of that time too, so it was good for me to have pictures of people if I referred to them in articles and stuff. So, anyways, that's some of the difference. I only used point-and-shoot cameras, so I went probably through a lot of cameras. Some I lost, and you know, in the moment, you know, fun. And probably a lot of film I lost too. And because, you know, it was a lot more cumbersome then, because you had to take the film out when it ended, you know, you had to roll it up, put it away, and then take it in later to be developed, you know. And so it was certainly a lot more steps were involved. But no, I wasn't a professional. I mean, I did have a little bit of a flair for it, you know, I guess. You know, I had somewhat of a, you know, design sensibility, but I wasn't smart often about lighting and, you know, angles and stuff like that. I hope I'm describing it right. Just something that, you know, a camera that you would, you know, who was making it back then? Kodak probably, you know, or Panasonic or something. That, you know, just a camera that you flipped open the back, you would put the roll of film in there. Sometimes you had to, you know, what is it, you know, reel it yourself, or sometimes if you close the back, it would just automatically it would fast forward itself. But then, you know, you would just, there was no focusing at all. You would just, you know, hello, and just, you know, press down and get it. So they were better for close-up shots than they were sort of landscapey or faraway shots. And then I can't remember if the flash, if you had the option for flash to come on or not. That's a good question. I can't remember, but you could buy flash editions, or sometimes they had flashes, in them.